This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. And by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, you are looking live at the North Law Firm nestled here on Colonia in Fort Myers in the Fifth Third Bank Building, one of America's great law firms. Lee Pitts Live is coming to you from the North Law Firm under the leadership of attorney Joe North. We have a fabulous show for you today. She's back, Dr. Victoria Rahming, our tax advisor, the tax analyst advisor for Lee Pitts Live. She's the president of Rahming, Hancock, Graham and Associates. It's tax season is always around people 24/7, 365 days a year. And she's coming in here to give us some updates now that the original passing of the tax deadline has gone. You can find out some things that you can do as well since that time. We also get a chance to talk to Karen Spears. She's the founder of Freely Give and Black Girls Rock of Southwest Florida. Get a chance to find out all about that upcoming event and the after party. And we'll go out to Dr. Martin Luther King Day celebration where I got a chance to talk to one of the vendors out there. He cooked me some fried chicken and we just had a good old time. All this happened on Lee Pitts Live. We'll be right back. Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We're so thrilled to get her here in this time of the year. Now that whatever that normal tax deadline is, like April 15th or whatever it was this year, is passed, we get the tax lady back in here now to find out some things that you can do going forward. Victoria, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live.
Well, thank you.
That will be Dr. Rahming. Now, Dr. Rahming, the fact that I said the tax season has passed, is that not correct? It's no such thing as a tax season, or as it is?
Oh, absolutely. There's a deadline for individuals that owe the IRS.
Okay.
But if you don't owe, there's no deadline for you, but 3 years afterwards.
You know, I'm always paying late. I mean, I'm always waiting till the last minute. Because people who owe money, they don't want to pay. Right. Many people got their taxes done like the moment the opportunity presented itself, right?
Absolutely. Those that were getting those refunds, they usually file pretty quickly. Those individuals that owe, they usually wait to the last minute or even file an extension.
Tell us, what is Rahming, Hancock, Graham and Associates?
We are a business consulting firm. We help individuals set up their businesses and also have somewhat like a wraparound for businesses if they need accounting or bookkeeping or payroll services, and then also to give them some ideas of how to grow their business.
And within that body of that, tax preparation as well.
Absolutely.
So it's fair to say that you started off as focusing on taxes, and now you've grown to a full-service planning business as well. Huh?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, the contact information verbally from you, how do people get in touch with you? Website and phone number?
They can call me at 786-401-2503, or they can contact me at 239-848-5292. And our website is www.rhgaconsultants.com.
And that's for y'all people who are listening to us on the Lee Pitts Live radio show, where they hear your interviews all the time as well. What happens if somebody forgets to file their business returns by March 15th?
If you did not file an extension and you missed the deadline, you are going to end up paying at least $200 a month for every month that you're late. And that's when I say $200, that's if you only have one owner. If you have multiple owners, it's $200 per owner per month.
Now, that adds up fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Why would somebody put themselves in that situation? Is it because they're not knowledgeable, or they choose to just go ahead and pay that fee?
Majority of the individuals that file late is they're not looking at the fact that businesses are due a month earlier than the individual return. So a lot of new businesses miss that date.
Now, if my dependent child, and I don't have a dependent child now, who claims themselves on their tax return, can I still claim them on my return?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. What happens is A lot of children, they'll file their returns before their parents, and they'll end up claiming themselves. But what we'll have to do is do an amended return for the child, letting the IRS know that the parent is going to claim them.
What is an amended return?
Amended return is a return that makes changes to the original return.
And is that a red flag if you have to make changes?
Oh, not necessarily, no.
So don't be afraid
No.
when you go in there and
No.
don't get scared of the IRS.
No. Not at all.
You like, I mean, you not necessarily that you like it, but you don't get intimidated by the IRS. Do you find that people like myself, as soon as we hear the IRS, we get all nervous and we shouldn't?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people get nervous, but I always tell my clients that, listen, I don't want you talking to the IRS. I'm going to talk for you. That's one thing I tell all my clients when they come in. Once they sign on that dotted line and have me as a representative, do not pick up the phone. And if they do speak with the IRS, I am not their representative anymore.
I'm encouraging people, whenever they need anything related to taxes, business development, and things of that nature, I want them to contact you directly. I want you. Can they talk to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. You make yourself available.
All the time.
And you will go to them if necessary?
Yes, I will.
Okay, have briefcase will travel.
That's right.
Now, filing electronically, you can do an amendment electronically.
No, you cannot do an amendment electronically. You have to do an amendment on paper.
Meaning you fill it out and mail
You
it in?
have to mail it in, or if you have a local IRS office, you can drop it off at the IRS office.
This whole electronic filing in itself, a lot of individuals, they do their own taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Pros and cons of doing your own taxes.
Well, the pros is, of course, you're saving money. You don't have to pay anyone to do it. And then also, if you have a simple return, it's okay. And, you know, it could be free.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have to pay anything. But the cons with that is a lot of times the tax laws have changed,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not aware of it. But a lot of times the interview sheets that they ask you or interview questions, you don't answer them correctly. Or you may not understand the question. And then you put the numbers in the wrong place. And then you end up getting notices from the IRS because of that.
Now, people who didn't file by the deadline of April 17th, they can file an extension.
Yes,
Right.
they can file an extension, but a lot of individuals don't realize that extension is an extension to file, not to pay. So if they owe the IRS, they have to pay by April 17th, but they can wait to file later.
How is that is calculated by a person like yourself? Say, hey, here's how much you owe. You need to get this money in to
Right.
avoid penalties.
Right, exactly. We give them an estimate because a lot of times things do change and you might not have the same figures, but as long as it's close, you will avoid that penalty.
Now, I'm getting all off the subject on this, but I want to ask you this. You know the whole thing about Donald Trump did not reveal his tax returns for
Right.
the election, right? And I kept saying, well, can't they just go to the IRS and get these tax returns? What's the type of security on everybody's tax return? And a person so famous like that their tax return doesn't just show up on TMZ.
Well, basically, you have to get authorization from the individual, and that's with anyone, whether it's the president or a janitor. You have to have authorization to look into anyone's file. A lot of times people think different situations, people might claim someone else's child, and they say, well, I want to know who claimed my child. We can't even do that. It could be your child, and we can't get that information.
Now, electronically, now that a lot of things are done electronically, it still can be hacked into, though, right?
It can be hacked into. Like I always say, anything can be hacked in. It's man-made. Anybody can hack into it.
Because I want somebody to hack in there and get Donald Trump taxes. I mean, somebody. It's got to be a guru out there. If you forgot to file your W-2 in 2016 returns, can you just add that to one of your income in 2017?
No, you cannot. Each year it stands alone. So all the income that you have in 2016, you have to file in 2016. If you forgot to add a W-2 or 1099 or certain type of income, you have to do an amended return for that year.
If I know I'm due a refund, do I have to file by the tax deadline, April 17th?
No, you have 3 years to claim that refund from the time of the due date of that return.
Do you find people who are due returns waiting that long? I mean,
Yes.
they don't. Why wouldn't they just get that money?
some people, like I have one case now that I'm working with, they amended returns. And because of the amendment, they owe the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
And after the amendment, I said, well, let's go through the process. They owe the IRS $40,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
But after the amendment, they're going to owe the IRS $20,000. So I don't want the IRS to take all their refunds once I amend that return. So I want them to wait.
You know, one thing I used to think about, Victoria, is that when I used to pay my tax, when I used to get a refund,
Mm-hmm.
I used to think, oh, I'm getting this money back. But it's really money I've already paid in, right? You're never getting any extra money that you didn't pay in. You're not getting any money back if you didn't pay it
I don't want
in.
to say that. I can't say that because
That's not true?
That's not true because some individuals have children and the earned income credit is not, it's a credit given by the government. You did not put that money in. I have individuals that only paid maybe $1,200 into federal taxes, but they walk out of my office with a $10,000 check.
Mm.
They didn't pay that much in taxes.
That's a good point that you make. 'Cause I was told that I cannot file my parents on my tax return if she does not live with me. Is that true?
That is not true. You can file your parents on your tax return even if they don't live with you. You just have to show support and relationship.
A certain percentage of support, or just whatever
At
support
least
you do?
50%.
Okay. Well, it was great having you here this time to continue to educate us on this, and we're looking forward to getting you back in the future. Continue to talk taxes because taxes are all year round, right?
All year round.
And people need to get that in their head.
Yes, absolutely.
What are we going to talk about next time?
We'll probably talk about preparing for the next season, especially for businesses. And even individuals, I like to be able to meet with individuals mid-year so we can plan and make sure they don't owe the government come January. And a lot of times we need that 6 months in order to plan well.
You can calculate that all out and you can
Yes.
start planning.
Exactly.
And you can also set up have payment plans back.
Yes, estimated payments they can make.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We encourage everybody to contact, you've seen her contact information on the screen. Be sure to contact her for all your tax questions. We'll be right back.